do not watch this video if you are easily traumatized by extremely dark fairy tales. I just found out there's this Grimm's fairy tale from the 1800s called The Girl Without Hands. It involves a deal with the devil and literal mutilation. So our story starts when this poor miller who is desperate for money comes across this weird dude who is like, look, I'll give you a bunch of money if you give me what's behind your mill. Now the miller assumes it's something lame like an apple tree. However, it's actually his daughter who is sweeping behind the mill. And this is where we find out the stranger is actually the devil. When the devil comes to claim the girl, she washes herself clean and draws a chalk circle around her, thereby making her untouchable. And get the kids out of the room because this is where things take a very dark turn. The devil gets furious and orders the miller to chop off her hands, and as he shits himself silly, he does exactly that. Now at this point, the girl who's handless flees into the forest, gets a little hungry and eats a pear. Turns out she had made her way to the royal garden, and the king, who feels sorry for her, marries her and crafts these silver hands for her. Eventually these two have a son, but pretty soon after, the king is called away to war. This is when the devil, persistent as always, forges a letter to the king's mother, claiming that the girl actually bore a monster and ordering that she be unalived. The girl and her child seek refuge in a hut in the forest, and they are protected by an angel. And years later, the king reunites with them, realizing the deception. Now in some versions, through divine aid, her hands are restored. In other versions, she keeps the silver hands. Regardless, they all return to the kingdom and live happily ever after.